Intro's
Or maybe
only
it
a
won't
minute.
It was 2 minutes last time. It was too long.
Yeah, it was wait. Your intro should be like 10 seconds.
It should be like 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there
What
we
did I
go.
just
I don't know
do?
what you did there, but that works out a little nicer.
I did that, but now I can't see the chat.
Ah,
Oh, full screen. Well, that's not helping either. Oh my God, we're learning. We're learning. Hang on.
well, you know, this is the old guys still trying to figure shit out, eh? So it's kind of embarrassing.
We are. But the thing is, I can't see our chat window.
I can see the chat window, or
You can see the chat window?
a chat window. Anyways, I've got on my
can't I see
computer
the
here
chat-
too.
What happened to my chat window? What did I do with my chat window? Chat. Oh, give me the overlay. Thank you. Okay, I think we're working.
Okay.
One of these days, it's gonna not suck. Toss us a comment. Yeah, please do.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Anyways, so
you're watching. So you're watching Squid Game.
No, my wife does not know this.
I was gonna say, like, do you have any cousins there, or
no?
Did you recognize anybody there?
Just they all look the same. They all look the same.
What are you sipping on today?
This one is a nice bourbon from
Hey,
it's called Yellowstone bourbon.
Really, I'm going with a Bumbu or Bamba or Boo or Bumby.
I don't know what it is. Okay, let's go for it. Excellent.
So
$70. You're breaking out the money.
You know what? No, I have very generous clients who have graced me with liquor to help me get me through the day.
Yeah, well, you know what was that? You've got lots of Jaeger is what you've got, I think, right?
Here's the thing: it's Jaeger is hi Tash. Hey, how's it going? Again, I've tried to drink it. I have it. I don't understand it. Like, okay, would you rather?
Well, that's fun.
Only be able to drink Jägermeister only, or have to drink Clamato juice with every meal.
Yeg, easily.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like clam. I mean, clam's one of those things that you.
I'd rather die. Easy, any day. Yep. I'll
realize the crazy. You realize the crazy shit you people eat.
Yeah. You people.
China.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? I mean, you people. There's like 30 billion of you.
Well, yeah. We outnumber you. So be kind to us.
I am kind to you.
And it's amazing what you can do. It's amazing what you can do when you have a large enough disposable workforce. So you should. That's a lot of danger there. It's respectable.
Which is where games like Squid Game come in.
Oh, well,
very disposable. There's a pile of them. Now I want to drink. Have one. It's Friday. Is it Friday?
I think you should. Friday. Everyone should have a drink. But yeah, Squid Games is not as terrible as I expected it to be. It is, because people are like, oh no, it's a horror. It's like it's like so like over the top and everything. And I'm watching it. I'm like, oh god, we watched this with like John Wick. Like my girls love John Wick.
The premise of it is interesting, but I mean, you've got they're in debt and they can either win their debt or die.
No, they win something like $46 million over like 4.6 billion won or whatever it is in Korea.
Is that like American, or how does that
won? It's like it's like 1,000 to 1 ratio or exchange or something. So it's almost a Canadian dollar at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much like 1,000 to 1. Tash is watching the Canucks game. You know what? I don't watch a lot of baseball. I'm not sure who the
baseball. I thought that was golf.
It might be. Is golf a team sport?
Yeah, if you do it right, it is. Treat it more like water polo or like.
I'm the worst guy on the planet for sports. I'm the worst guy on the planet for sports. I can't watch. I can't dedicate 3 hours to something that's not. Oh, hockey. There you go. That's a big sport up here.
Yeah, people like that. Yeah,
people like the hockey.
The best hockey movie easily I've ever seen. Okay, Strange Brew.
Well, there's hockey in Strange Brew.
That's a hockey movie. What are you talking about? There's beer and there's hockey and there's violence. That's all you need for a hockey movie.
That's a black. I haven't seen Strange Brew forever.
Yeah.
And I don't.
What is he singing? It goes coo 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 coo. Yeah, good times.
That's a Canadian national anthem that didn't have any lyrics to mess up.
That was a great show. It was a great show. I watched that
so many times. They should change their national anthem just to that. That way, no one's gonna be pissed off about the fact they changed the words.
No, that'd be funny. Then nobody would get it. Nobody would
Goon.
get it.
And you know what?
Ah,
Goon
Yeah.
Goon was good, and they filmed part of Goon in Portage and Winnipeg, and I believe they used Keystone Center for a bit of it. If you watch it closely, you'll see like Mazer Group on the
Oh,
boards.
yeah, really?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. It's amazing where they'll film stuff
Yeah,
around
yeah,
here
that's fair.
because it's super cheap.
So we're doing Would You Rather today, are we?
We're doing Would You Rather, and I was thinking about this. Like, I remember in like high school, you'd ask each other stupid questions like, "Would you rather freeze to death or burn to death?"
Yep. Yep.
And I don't know. I think I'd rather freeze.
You know, I've got the ultimate question, and this is one that my girls like to say. I said it to them once, and now they use it back and forth. And I caught them saying it to their friend. So it goes like this, okay? Would you rather pee poop or poop pee?
Rather pee. Oh God. Pee poop or poop pee. Well, okay. I've eaten a lot of Mexican, and Indian food, so
At least you understand that one.
I have poop pee. I mean, I call that a shiz.
Yeah.
It sounds like a 1, but it's really a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or number 3 if it's really bad.
Yeah. Number 3. 1.5. So that's the one that they love. They love to ask their friends, and their friends are like, "What?" Because they just do not get the whole "would you rather" concept. Not the same.
It'd be like, would you rather have taste buds on your fingertips?
Yeah,
which would be hard now. There's so many of these scenarios people put themselves through, and it's like, they're insane, and you put yourself in the worst situation. But could you do it? Like, could you make the choice? And what was one? It was okay. You could only eat one type of food for the rest of your life, or never be able to eat your favorite food again.
Oh, that's easy. I would never eat my favorite food again.
What's your favorite food? Tell me it's
guess
like
guess
Chinese food. Is it Chinese food?
Racist. You racist.
God. I'm not racist. Okay. You probably assume I like pierogies.
So this comes to a story. I had a client in one day. She's not on Facebook, so I can tell you this one. And she wouldn't recognize the story anyways, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, so what is your favorite food? You know, your comfort food. What is something that, you know, you always look forward to, right? And I looked at her. I was like, oh, yeah, well, that's easy. She's like, what is it? What is it? You know? And I said, well, it's roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. And she goes, no, you're not supposed to say that. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to say fried rice or something?
Is it fried rice? That's how you pronounce it, right?
Like not even close, you know. And she was so shocked and upset that I said something that was English and it's not Chinese. It was crazy.
Roast beef and oh,
there you go.
Pastor just sent me a picture of what the hell is that? Is that Chinese food? Hang on, Jay. Tell me, is that Chinese food?
It looks like it's something. It looks like inappropriate, is what it is. What is that?
Something you'd whip up at home?
Is that takeout?
I think that's Chinese because of the lice.
Because of the fried rice.
The fried rice.
It's takeaway. What's in there?
It looks like zucchini.
And then?
And then? No, and then. I'm guessing some sort of chicken balls and chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice. Chicken ball. Chicken ball.
I think they're at a Chinese food. Are you at the pavilions? Is there a Chinese pavilion?
There's no Chinese pavilion.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What?
You didn't get invited?
If they're having
I got
it, they didn't tell me.
I don't know what that is. Tasha, tell me what that is, because you sent me food and I'm like, I have no idea. Even the Chinese guy doesn't know what that is. So like,
I don't know what it is.
I think it's Chinese.
Sure. I mean, it kind of looks like food.
So okay, talking about the food that you would eat. Your favorite food is roast beef?
Yeah, roast beef, Yorkshire pudding. That's the perfect food, man.
I don't understand Yorkshire pudding. I don't understand Yorkshire pudding. What are you talking about? Pudding.
No.
At the mall, the newest restaurant. Oh, Bourbon Street Grill. Is that Bourbon Street Grill? It's not bad.
I haven't been there. So Bourbon Street Grill. So that's what, Cajun? Is that what it is then?
But surprisingly, the cooks look much like you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
So
authentic Asian Louisiana food.
Louisiana food, so it's like crawfish. Like
Have you ever eaten crawfish?
I have not. Is that like a crayfish?
It is exactly crayfish, but they pronounce it
Okay, I
different.
haven't eaten that either, though.
Okay,
So I don't know.
so I've eaten crawdads because I was down in Sturgis a bunch of years ago, and they love that shit. But here's the thing: imagine a shrimp because it's like a tiny little lobster, right?
Yeah.
But they're mud bugs. So when you eat
Yeah,
them,
they're bottom feeders. Yeah.
yeah, and they taste like there's dirt in them. You
There
can't get that out
probably
of it. Like
is.
there is,
But
but
it
they taste
probably
like dirt.
is. So
And
that's why they put all the spice in it.
yeah, but you're still gritting the dirt. Like it's not fantastic. I mean, I ate it and it was fine, and I ended up surprisingly okay after it.
Yeah.
But it's not. Guys love it. But here's the thing: it's super cheap. They catch them all over the place. They boil them up and they eat them.
It's food. You
It's
got to
food.
eat it. Might as well.
Um,
Someone's got to eat it.
I'm
Those are
really
considered
surprised.
shirts.
I'm really surprised that you're a roast beef guy. I mean, I like beef clearly, but if I could have one meal and only one meal, like if there was a meal that I miss,
Pierogi and kielbasa.
you know what? And you call me racist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Who doesn't love it though?
Everybody loves a pierogi for some reason. It's like a Ukrainian dumpling.
Basically.
Exactly.
Yes.
But
Nobody knows. Everyone knows what a pierogi is. If they don't, there's a problem.
I love chicken too.
Yeah.
But if there was a meal that I would what's the worst thing you would do for something you really want, like I don't know, drown a bag of kittens for? It would be my mom's lasagna. I mean, you can have them and eat them later if you want.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that that's just be convenient, I guess.
They wouldn't go to waste. You could fill them up and do whatever you like afterwards.
I once had a person come up and ask me, like, do Chinese people really like eat cats? They cut up cat and put it in the food or whatever, or mice or things like that, right? And I looked at him and was like, what are you talking about? Like, that's that's just so not even accurate at all. And he goes, oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you said that. I said, have you seen what the cost of cat is nowadays?
Cats aren't cheap. And by the time you fatten them up,
yeah,
she'll be making crispy chicken and party potatoes. Hey, you know what? I'm down with whatever somebody wants to eat. I don't care. Like, I've seen some disgusting shit in my day, but
probably eaten some stuff too like that, eh?
I've eaten some questionable things.
Yep.
There's no doubt. Back in the day.
Day. Like yesterday. Yeah.
Like no, it's been a while. But like my mom's lasagna, for some reason, it's just phenomenal, and I would eat that all day long. But I mean,
there you go. Yeah.
It's just there's something about it. I don't know what she does with it. I've made some questionable things that my kids will not let me forget, like a Dorito casserole that was just a shit. Okay, I thought that I had this down. I made I was going for like a crust, like a Dorito, like a crust, like trying to make it into like a Mexican casserole with crushed Doritos on top and make that a crust. Turns out it was all soggy. And that was years ago, and they still remind me that when I say, hey, what do you guys want for dinner? Not Dorito casserole. I've done it once, and it wasn't good. I'll admit it wasn't good, but I sat there and ate it because I'm a dad.
Yeah, that's how it is.
It is. But I mean, okay.
You have to make those sacrifices when it comes to food. There is a certain amount of pride that goes into having food. It's like have your cake and eat it too, right?
I try to get creative, and sometimes it doesn't work because I'm great on a grill, and I'm okay on a pan, sort of like you would be like with a wok.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. But when it comes to trying to make something in the oven that requires a building and it better look and feel like it does, like it should, it doesn't work out. So the oven is not my best friend.
You should come for a walk on the wild side then and just pick up something simple, right?
So, WOK walk on the wild side?
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, here you go. Would you rather then? Okay. Rather eat barbecue ribs or fried chicken?
I'd barbecue ribs all day long.
But you can only have one for the rest of your life.
I still barbecue the ribs.
Yeah.
I know you probably like the fried chicken.
Okay, so actually, here's a weird thing. Where does fried chicken originate?
China?
No.
No. I thought you were going to one-up me and say, We gave you that.
right?
You're welcome.
Fried chicken
Master
was
level fried
actually
chicken.
like there's actually a big debate about it a few months ago online, and people were deep diving on Reddit, right? As you do on Reddit, right? So people are saying it's like a Southern American, so it's black culture, and then people are
Right.
saying no, it's not black culture. Actually, it actually came from Africa, and then people are like no, it actually came from China, right?
Right.
And then somebody comes up with some historical notes and says, actually, the first people who made fried chicken were the Scots,
The Scots?
the Scottish.
That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, really, if anybody's going to take an animal, render the fat down, and cook more meat in it, it kind of makes sense, right?
Well, I guess they do boil a lot of food.
You know, if you
Hey,
think
tell me,
about it.
did you open up your TikTok chat?
I can.
Sorry, I know that we've got people on there and I'm an idiot.
Hold
TikTok
hold
Live
on.
Monitor.
Let me see what I've got here. So, oh, somebody's commenting. Yeah, here we go.
Right.
Canadian Ape said Slapshot
Canadian
is the
Ape's
best.
back. Give me my live monitor.
So your friend Tasha says fried chicken. And to be fair, that is a pretty good choice.
Fried chicken here, you know what? I don't hate it. And when I by clicking on there's an easier way.
There's an easier way. Good.
TikTok. TikTok Live Monitor. Look at that. There's a button for it. It was probably designed by one of your nephews.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay, pop out. Done.
So because you're more of a rib guy, and you like horror movies, do you remember that the TV show Bones?
I do remember the TV show Bones.
Okay. Do you remember the one where she went back? What's her name? What's her name? The main female character, Bones. The character. What's her? I don't know what her name is. She goes back for her high school reunion, and there's a murder there. Right? Did you ever see that episode?
I did not. I watched 3 episodes of Bones.
You gotta find that one, okay? Because you, as a horror aficionado, would love it, okay? Because in that one, there was a murder, okay? And so they think the person who did it was the custodian who was accused of murdering somebody back in her high school day. And then the custodian comes down and starts talking to them, and one of the characters, or no, they pull up his file and they're looking at him, and the one of the main characters goes, "Oh, that guy's creepy. It feels like somebody walked up my grave."
The hell out of you in chat right now.
Yeah, she is. There we go. Temperance Brennan. Here we go. But it turns out it's the guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
yes. Yes, he was in that show. So it was like right away you're like, oh, it's this guy. It's got to be this guy. It was a wonderful wild goose chase on that one.
Okay. Do you know the Star Wars connection
between? Oh, because he knew Luke Skywalker. And for a friend, he was friends with Mark Hamill and convinced him to go to the role. Was he roommates? Okay.
And he had to actually this casting call came out for Blue Harvest, which was what they used for Star Wars, and he had to talk him into going and trying out for it. He was like, go, and he did, and the next thing you know, he did it. And
he's a superstar all of a sudden.
He is, and the thing is, Robert Englund is like, of all the horror movies I love, Freddy was my favorite. Always was my favorite. I got Gage watching them. Like Gage watched The Nightmares, the Saw movies, Friday the 13th, and he's 11.
Jeez, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, he also understands how fake it is.
It's the fiction aspect. Yeah, I can dissociate between the reality and the fakeness of it. That's good.
Well, I think I told you this before. We'll get into it because we're talking about horror movies. I did a movie called Psycho Killer last year. And
what? You were in Psycho Killer?
Yeah.
Which one was Psycho Killer?
Psycho Killer, it's not released yet, but it's we filmed it in Winnipeg and here.
Okay, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something different then. What's Psycho Killer about?
A Psycho Killer who the dude is like 6'9".
Really? Yeah.
Like he's a
that'd be intimidating as hell.
Beast. He looks like the Undertaker. Super nice.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Anyway, we were we're watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and I said, you know that like the dude's wearing a lot of makeup, like he's just a guy.
Yeah.
So I told him, I go, listen, when you do things like this, like me and they called him PK, Psycho Killer on set, we're sitting there eating like fruit by the foot and watching monitors, and he's like clapping because we got a scene right. Like
Yeah.
this is a dude who's going to work and he's doing his thing. So Gage will watch behind the scenes YouTube videos of horror movies and then watch the horror movie and be totally cool with it.
Because he knows it's completely acting. Yeah, that's cool.
He knows it's a dude. Like you see Freddy with you see Robert Englund in his makeup with smoking a cigarette and drinking a Slurpee. Like it's
the best way to humanize it, right?
It is. But you know what? With horror movies, like I think that Saw, what happened? I don't know if I missed something. With Saw, I love the Saw movies because Jigsaw never actually kills anybody. He gives you the option.
Right.
Like you can
let people do it themselves.
The people do it themselves. And some of the traps, and I can't believe you've never watched any of the Saw movies.
Yeah, I've never really, I would never really got into the horror movies. I watched some of the Screams, and I liked the Screams, but they're pretty not really horror, and they're pretty low key slasher flicks. Really, they're
Scream was a like a Scooby Doo whodunit, right? Because you figure out who did it, and he's not terribly scary. So. It's just a lot of jump scares. But I mean, some of the traps that they had in Saw, like if I can find it, there's one trap. It was called the eye vacuum trap, and this guy's hooked up to a machine. He's on a chair, and actually, let's see if I can do the screen share thing and make it look cool. Okay, you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so his eyes he's got these goggles on, and if you look at his hands, they're connected to cables, right?
Okay.
And I don't know if I can zoom that out or not, and those cables, he has to crank this dial, and when he cranks it all the way to 5, number 1 snaps his pinky back. Number 2 snaps the next finger, and it goes all the way around.
Okay.
And he has to snap those fingers in order to not have his eyeball sucked out of his head.
What the hell?
Right.
Okay, that's twisted.
It's twisted. But
yeah.
Could you do it? Like, could you do it? You've got a minute. Like, could you break all of your bones in your hands?
God, you ever try to pull your fingernail back?
I have a hard time getting a splinter out.
Right?
But could you do it?
Oh, I guess if you know you're going to die, you could do anything, but
you're not going to die. You won't die. It'll stop.
Lose your eyeballs, might as well freaking close, right? But what's the trap? So if you do it, your eyes are fine?
Yeah.
And they let you go?
You live. You do it, you live, and he lets you go. But could you get yourself to do it?
Oh.
And that's the beauty of Saw, in that he doesn't kill anybody.
Right.
He gives you the option. And
impossible
I remember the
choices. Yeah. Awful choices.
Well, the very first movie, I remember watching the very first one. It was so messed up because this guy wakes up and he's got what's called, it's like an Iron Maiden. It's this mask, right? 2 halves. And it's like it's a bear trap. So it's going to slam onto his face and kill him because it's full of spikes.
That's unfortunate.
It is. But there's a scalpel in front of him.
Yeah.
And an x-ray of his head. And the key to the trap is behind his eye. And he has to basically cut his own eyeball out.
Oh.
To get out of it.
Oh. Jesus. Not
cool.
You
do it.
Oh.
Like, okay, as a person who's a bit of a medical aficionado, could a human being get themselves to do that?
I guess you could. I mean, people have done worse things. People have done like self-amputations. That's pretty freaking bad.
We got a minute to figure it out. Could you do it? Like, I don't know. I mean, you would.
I don't know. Oh, like you said, splinters have a hard enough time, right?
Here's my thing. I can watch gore. I can watch people getting cut to pieces. I can watch explosions. I can watch any of that stuff. I
Yeah.
can't watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, really? Okay.
I can't watch surgery.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the thing. One of the worst scenes I've ever seen was from RoboCop 2.
Okay.
Scalpel.
I've seen it. Tell me what you're talking about.
You know, where they capture the crooked cop and they're trying to teach him a lesson. So they pull the scalpel out and slid him down the chest for open him up alive while he's awake watching. And I was like, oh, I can't watch that. It's horrifying.
Well, that would be off-putting for sure.
Yeah, it put me off putting that for sure.
Like I think when you look at what they've done as far as horror movies and these traps, and it comes down to your will to live, right?
It's like an animal trapped in a trap. Like I've seen that where, you know, like an animal is being trapped in some sort of like a bear trap or whatever, and chew his leg or arms off or whatever, and like that's. I was like, whew, that's you're tougher than I am, there, little fella. But
I remember watching. Was it 28 Hours, or where the guy, he was a climber, and he actually amputated his own arm with a
yeah. That's what I mean there. Yeah. Yeah, like that's, people have done some crazy stuff.
And these are real stories where you either die out in the canyon or you smash your bones in your arm with a rock and use your pocket knife to cut through the meat and do it. Like
there's a Happy Tree Friends. I don't know if you ever saw that back.
I've seen Happy Tree Friends.
Okay. So there's one where a tree or something lands on the one character and he realizes he's got a spoon, you know?
Okay.
So he starts cutting away and he gets to the bone. He's like, it's a plastic spoon. He's like, oh no. He just grabs a rock. He's just, oh my God. It was horrible. Because it's all animated and cute little furry wooden creatures. Oh, they're the sweetest little things ever. And it's like, oh. And then he's finally all done. And he looks down and it was the wrong leg.
You know what?
Oh, this is horrible.
I gotta put Happy Tree Friends on my kids' watch list. Is what I gotta do.
Oh,
it was so messed up. I forgot about that. When did that come out?
That was like 20 years ago. You know?
Is it that old?
It's got to be at least 20 years ago.
Hang on, I'm looking it up. Happy Tree Friends came out December of 1999.
There you go. That's a quarter century ago.
It was lovely, and it was the most violent Fuzzy Bunny mutilating each other show that you could ever find.
Just happiest music and everyone's just smiling and
oh my God, can I find it? So Happy Tree Friends. Okay, anybody watching, have you ever, where's my pop-up? Why do I keep on losing my pop-up? Come on, TikTok, where's your stuff? Oh, there it is. Quentin is lagging bad. So this is what happens. I have to talk to the guys at Restream, ask them what's going on here. Sorry about that, bud. I'm lagging and he's not. I might be sharing more stuff. That could be the problem.
It's because I've got family working on the issue.
Right? Happy Tree. Happy Tree Friends. These are Ice Cold Lemonade. What's the one that Eye Candy? Okay, this is a
What was that?
You can hear something?
Yeah, for a second I did.
Hang on. Let's let everybody see what the hell Happy Tree Friends was, because it was
just terrible person.
I am a terrible person, but that's fine. Okay. This is Happy Tree Friends, and this is something that every kid should watch. Come on.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's only a minute long.
This is terrible, man. Children are watching.
No, they're not. Gage is gonna love this.
Zuckerberg's gonna love it too. He's probably watching right now.
Oh no.
That'll leave a mark.
Anyway, that's Happy Tree Friends, and it's super fun. And I can't wait to introduce that to my
we're
kids.
gonna be shadow banned after that. Eh?
Probably. I don't think shadow ban you for cartoons, but you know what? I'm not getting paid to do this. And that's fine.
You're gonna kick us off the air? Go for it.
What am I gonna lose? An hour of my day.
Well, exactly. Thanks. I'm getting my time back now.
But here's the thing. We had 25 years ago, 26 years ago, we were math. Come on, how old were you? You were
Me at 47, almost 46 right now.
math back, you're Chinese, do it.
What do you want? 26
How
years?
old
I
were
was
you
20 years
25
old.
ago? Hey?
21.
Right. And we were watching this, but I mean, so were kids.
Yeah. Yeah, my
And-
son was.
Right. And he would have been tiny. So when you have things like this and you had super ultra violent cartoons, what's the harm? Like, I certainly wasn't going to try and like pop my eyeball out and wrap it around a tree.
No. It's one step above
Am I
what
still
Daffy
lagging
Duck
there?
would do.
What's that?
Yes, it's one step above what Looney Tunes would do sometimes. Put a gun or a cannon to someone's head and pull the trigger, right?
And apparently that's way too violent for anybody to handle ever at all.
Well, it might give kids ideas and they might get a cannon or something like that, right?
Really? Do you think you're going to see a kid actually trying to paint a tunnel?
Oh,
on a
I'd be
concrete
really
wall?
impressed. I'd be really impressed if that worked, if they pulled that off.
That's the problem. This was fantasy and we got it. And we understood this was fantasy. The reason that I don't let this is going to sound bad because I'm on YouTube, but the reason I tell the kids you're very limited in YouTube is because it's empty bullshit like this. It's people chatting and making content, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I like produce stuff. I would rather than watch Happy Tree Friends and enjoy the hell out of that and tell their friends about it at school.
Yeah, but that like that, you can realize the ridiculousness of it. The show that really blew me away was was Bone Tomahawk or something, or
Bone Tomahawk.
Like that one. Like I only saw that scene, and I was like, oh, like, and that hit me to the core because that's stuff that would have happened.
You know what I like about horror movies, especially if they hit it right and it's accurate. It makes it hit you harder because you know somebody did that to somebody.
Yeah. So years ago,
it's whatever, Jason or Freddy. That's never gonna. But when you have when you have something that could happen, and I think that's where horror has become a little more sophisticated, and that when you're watching these kills, because we'd watch them in the 80s, we enjoyed them because why wouldn't we watch it? And it was empty garbage.
Yeah, you just get pure emotional feelings out of it, right? Like raw feelings.
Yeah, and now because apparently we're a little more sophisticated somehow, they try to make it as realistic as it could be.
Did I ever tell you that years ago when we went down to the Wisconsin Dells, and there was a museum down there? It was the Torture Museum.
Okay, I'll tell you about another museum after you tell me about that one.
Yeah. So this one was a whole building, not a huge one, but a little one, of different means of how people used to torture themselves back then. Spanish Inquisition, everything, the Old West, all these things. And there were, there were pictures and of the implements and the tools and the contraptions that they had there, as well as detailed history. And a lot of them were like old drawings from back in the day of showing what they did to these people.
Right.
And there were even a few like scale mock-ups where they made these things. Okay. So that made it more horrifying because when you see a person like onto a stake and just left there, it's like, wow, like, or a gibbet or things like that. You're like, wow, like, it's horrifying that somebody could think of it, but it's even more horrifying that it was done enough that it was documented in history.
Well, and it was a hell of it would dissuade people from breaking the law.
Oh, fuck, yeah. The thing is, a lot of those people who would have been subjected to that torture it probably didn't even do very much.
Well, you got to wonder who was worse, the person that they thought was the witch or the person that burned the witch.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, whoo, so a lot of this stuff. Let's be serious. A lot of it is just crowd control too. It's just you're going to do it to make an example.
You to make an example, and gibbeting was extremely terrifying. And if correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't gibbeting where they'd hang you wrapped in chains just to rot in them?
Not quite. They would actually put you in a cage that was too small for you to find any comfort in.
Oh,
Okay, so it was like it was too small for you to stand up and too confined. So you're always in an awkward, confined position, and then they
like
would hang you up in the air and
sounds
leave
like an
you there to the
apartment in China.
environments. Yeah, pretty much. And then they'd leave you to the environments until you were done. And if they were really mean, they would feed you and give you water and sustenance so you can live longer.
But it sucks. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
Molly
like this.
and
Oh,
Tash. Hey, people are actually watching. Cool. We're just
there we
testing this
go.
out.
So it's like the movie Willow, if you remember that one. Mad
Yeah,
Mardigan's all locked up in that cage. That's
yeah.
that's essentially a gibbet, but it's a really big one actually.
Okay. Did torture have a place? Let's go with
Cool.
this. Let's go with this.
Well,
What's the word?
well,
Controversial topic.
they don't
Did get
torture anymore. They don't torture people anymore. They just call it advanced interrogation techniques.
I'm talking about
So,
public, not private. Like
pri-
like public humiliation. Like there was a
public
guy.
humiliation.
This was years ago, but it was in town here, and
Yep.
I forget who stole from what store, but the owner of the shop said I want him to wear a sandwich board, and it was like on 18th in Richmond,
Ah, you remember that? Yeah.
and he wore a sandwich board saying I'm a thief,
Yeah.
I stole from whatever. I guess it was you get him to wear this thing and stand here,
Yeah.
and I won't charge him. It
That
was either
that
that or you get charged.
that's a good idea.
Mhm. Like,
Nowadays, I don't know if you could do that. I don't know if they would let you do it.
well, you give him the
Well,
option. It's like Saw.
yeah.
Listen,
Well,
you're
okay.
either
Yeah,
going to go
that's
to
fair.
jail. You're either going to go to jail, or
Yeah.
you're going to announce to everybody that you're kind of a piece of shit
Well,
and own your stuff.
that's how it was too back in the day. If you were caught stealing or shoplifting, wherever, they published your name in the paper.
I remember when the gas stations and parts stores, for some reason, parts stores pop into my head.
Yeah.
If you bounced a check,
Yeah.
they'd post the check
Oh, yeah.
behind the
Okay.
till, and it
Yeah.
would say
Yeah.
NSF on it.
Yeah.
And dude, you bounced a check here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and let everybody know. Maybe don't take a check from this guy. Like the
Yeah.
wall of shame is not a terrible idea, because I think the lack of accountability, because there is less punishment,
Yeah.
but at least accountability would be fine.
Well, so then there you go. That's the thing. Would you rather go to jail or would you be publicly shamed for the scumbag that you are?
Well, considering that even if you get arrested, they don't publish your name,
Yeah, that's
right?
fair. I like okay, so I remember a friend of mine in high school, and if you were watching, we all saw,
Ooh,
he got caught stealing, a little bit of stereo theft, and it was
yep.
published in the paper, right?
Really?
Yeah, it was. It was put in the paper.
And it should be like, why is it that? And I have so many police officers that are clients
Yep.
of mine, and God bless the work they do,
Yep.
but they do their job, right? They catch them, they put them in, and then it's the system
Yep.
that releases them, and then you just go get them again, and you get them again. Um,
So I mean, okay, this is a good question. Leave this one to anybody who's actually watching.
okay.
If people are found guilty of minor misdemeanors such as that, theft or whatever it is, should they be required to do some penance, shall we say, in the form of public humiliation? It's just like the old days. They would have the stocks where you'd be arms and head put through
Yep.
the wood, and people would be throwing things at you. Should that be brought back? And so, if people in the comment want to comment on that, like I kind of want
Yeah.
to see what people think.
If you could dole out some sort of punishment to fit the crime.
Yeah, fair. It
Right?
doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like horrifying, but it just has to be something that can be justifying the punishment. If you steal something or whatever,
Well, I think that
do
when
something similar.
uh, and I think that there was a time when there was accountability for what you did,
Yep.
and those days are long gone because one, they don't publish your name, which makes zero sense because there are some pretty serious crimes that have happened in this
Oh
town.
yeah.
And I know many of them. Have you ever looked at the Brandon crime map?
I have, yes, actually. So
It is like a Christmas tree, my friend.
yep, yep.
And it's
You want
sad
to pull that
because
up there? Pull
it
it
would
up.
be great.
Absolutely, and AJ would understand
we
what it's
presently
like
live
being
in a
in the
society that seems to
You're in the
refuse taking
service
responsibility.
industry. You get it.
Well, and when you have if the system is more concerned with the comfort of its criminals than the safety of their
Yep.
citizens, that's an issue.
I agree, very much so.
And sadly, we live in a time like that.
Yep.
But I'm trying to find the crime map. It's insane.
It's all isolated around some very key areas, right?
It depends on what you're
Yep.
looking at. Like if I go on this thing and I look up everywhere,
Yep.
but
Yep.
there was a time when, let's just say you got caught stealing from Walmart, right?
Yep.
You get banned from Walmart.
Yep.
For however long.
Yep.
And there was nothing wrong with that. You know what? I don't want you back in here because you're a thief. And they did a sweep on shoplifters here recently, and I have friends that own a store.
Yep.
And they said the worst part about that was, like, that there's people stealing from you.
Yep.
The worst part was the ones that they started catching were regulars.
Yep.
That like said hi. And there's trust.
Fair. Yeah. Because that's the best way to do it. You build some trust, and now you're unassuming.
Well, you're unassuming, but I mean, if there's no punishment and there's no price to pay once you get caught, it's I think it's whenever I bring something up in the frames. Oh, is that what happens? Whenever I bring something, so whenever I start, okay, let's stop doing that. But again, okay, if someone stole from you, would you rather them get charged, and who knows what the system does, or publicly admit to everything that you did? Okay, I'm going to take that off. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Or have them publicly admit what they did as being wrong.
Guess it depends what they stole, right?
Doesn't matter what they stole. They stole from you, so they're a thief.
Your child.
If they stole my child?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to an extreme. Yeah, he wouldn't be walking or talking right. That's for damn sure.
No, he might not be able to answer.
He would have a tough time answering.
No.
But I think that if it's a thief, I'm talking about an inanimate object. Like,
you know what? If somebody did something wrong and just even held accountability, that immediately diffuses a lot of my anger towards that person.
If they apologize?
If they apologize and do it publicly. Okay, so you take a politician, a politician screws up, right? And what happens whenever they screw up? They go, I want to apologize for my lack of or my poor decisions and making the wrong decisions. Oh, come on. That's not an apology. If you're going to do something stupid like steal or doing something like that, don't be like, I made a misjudgment. No, just say that I was an asshole and I thought I could get away with it.
Right.
Okay, now I get it, because if I thought I could get away with something too, I might try it as well, right? But to be like, no, I made a misstep. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't sure. It's like, no, you screwed up. Take the accountability and then go to jail. But at least I'm going to think better of you.
Yeah, if someone owns up to it and they're actually apologizing, they feel bad for what they did, and that's one thing. But
yes,
when you have somebody who continually does it because there's no accountability, then that's another story. I mean, 1% of the people commit 65% of the crime.
Yeah.
And they do it over and over and over again, because who knows? Like, do their friends even know that they're like this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how many people do we have on our, whatever our friends lists are? I don't know. Yep. Like, I might have some people that are whether Facebook friends or whatever, that are complete pieces of shit. I don't know.
There's probably a few that we have as
There's some question.
kind
There's
of
some
questionable.
questionable apples there.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, that in itself is a little bit of a moral distaste if you really want to think about it. When you think about a guy doing some of the, just like things that just really are not showing a pure definition of what like good masculinity is, you really have to wonder what the hell are you thinking about, right? Whether it's theft or inappropriate behavior or whatever. It's like, dude, what the hell? Like,
Dude, you're
what's
using
going
the
on
M
in your
word.
head?
We're not allowed to use the M words.
Oh, which one?
Remember? It rhymes with masculinity
Oh, that's right.
because it's toxic.
It's toxic now. That's the thing.
Ladies,
I mean, there's a
Molly's on,
reason
Cash
why.
is on. We've got a couple fine ladies listening. I'm trying to figure out what toxic masculinity is. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a man. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a woman.
It's just something if you're a douchebag, that's a whole other thing.
If you're a douchebag, yeah, like there's
there's
a
all
level
it.
of douchiness
Yeah.
that goes along with toxicness, or toxicity.
We've got to look at it this way. There's toxic men and toxic women. It doesn't matter about gender. Some people are just asses,
Well, there are the Karens of the world.
right? What's the male equivalent then? That's a Kevin,
Kyle.
is it? Kyle? Okay.
Or Chad.
Chad?
Chad.
No, it's not Chad. Chads are just different.
Chads are, whenever
like
I think
douchebags.
Chad or Kyle, I think, here's a funny story. There's a restaurant, Darren.
Darvel, you
Darren.
listening here?
Dave? I got names going in Dave, Darren. You guys just naming people you don't like.
You can't just do that. You can't just name a whole bunch of people, guys you don't like, and use that as a derogatory term.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about a restaurant in town that I absolutely love. And you know when the name doesn't fit the person?
Yeah.
Like if my name was Skylar.
Jeff.
We actually talked about that. What's the whitest name you could think of?
Oh, well, Skylar's really right up there.
Skylar's pretty white, but we had a debate in the barbershop one day, and it took like a week.
Dwight is pretty good too. Dwight is pretty white.
Dwight's pretty redneck, but
really white.
Tash has a list of the whitest names. Okay, what do you got? We came up with the whitest name.
Kevin. Kevin is
Kevin Hart.
Oh, you got to ruin it there.
Yep.
Josh.
No.
Joshua.
Say that. Just say. I'll say it for you. Bryce.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty white. Yeah.
Probably wearing a golf shirt. Plays a little bit of
That's
hockey.
fair. Why don't you ask ChatGPT?
Has highlights for sure. He's got highlights. And later on in life, a man bun. But
Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. There's a restaurant that I absolutely love, right?
Because here's a list. Hold on.
Here's
a
list
list.
the whitest names possible.
Okay, yeah. From ChatGPT. These are the most common ones. Chad, Brad, Tanner, and Hunter. But also John, William, and James. But those are kind of just traditional ones.
James Brown.
Yeah, and those are just traditional. Like you can't go just traditional. Butavi?
Butavi?
What the heck is that?
Buthavi?
Maybe Bartholomew?
Is Tasha drinking?
Oh, Bart is a pretty white name. There you go, Bart.
Bart's pretty white.
Pretty white.
Pretty white. Okay, what's the most? Paul, Dave, Travis. Travis is pretty white. William, Bill. How the hell did we get Dick out of Richard?
I don't know. So same thing. How do you get to Jack out of John? Or Jim out of James? Yeah.
I don't know. That's odd.
Carter,
Carter's
Brody, Logan.
You know what? We almost had
Austin.
No.
Kyle, Dylan, Bryce. Bryce is there. Colton, Brady, Trent, Brent, and Landon.
You know what's funny? When we were naming our kids, I had a couple names picked out, right? We both had a couple names picked out, and Kelsey had thrown out a couple names. And
sorry, cutting you off because this one's relevant to Bo. Pops up here.
B-O?
B-E-A-U, so it's different.
Well, Bo's
for a boy. Yep.
For a boy.
Yeah.
See, I always thought Bo was the female equivalent because it's beautiful.
I don't know.
The first four letters of the word beautiful, right? So that's why we named our daughter Bo.
There's also Cletus, Waylon, Buck, Duke, Tucker, Wyatt, Clint, Hank, Jethro, Bo, Billy Ray, Jed, Earl, Randy, Bobby, Joe, Rusty, and Gunner.
You ever meet a Chinese guy named Tucker?
Here's some hipster ones. Finn, Jasper, Theo, Milo, Atticus, Liam, Arlo, Elliot. These aren't as funny. Silas, Bodie, Bodie. God.
Jasper sounds like a name of someone who
Yeah.
only reads leather-bound books.
Oh, here we go. No.
Tucker.
These are
Oh,
old money
Henry's in there.
elite.
Hey?
Old money and elite white names, okay?
Ooh.
Preston, Spencer, Harrison, Winston, Quentin, Thaddeus.
Shut the hell up.
Quentin's on here. Sterling, Cornelius, Archibald, Montgomery, Benedict, Reginald, Philip, Clarence, and Alistair.
Those seem like people that should be putting a sweater over their shoulders in an 80s movie and wearing
Yep.
what did what's his name wearing Scooby-Doo? Gertrude. That's pretty white. Shane.
Gertrude.
Yeah, Shane's pretty Caucasian. Are there any Jayon, any typical Chinese names?
Oh, yeah, here I did it. I'm way ahead of you. Common
Doug
Western
Wayne.
names among Asian American men. Okay, Kevin,
Alistair,
Jason,
that's a good name. Hey,
Eric, David, Daniel, Michael, John, Chris, Brian, Andrew, Alex, Justin. So us Asians are not very creative.
can you yell like an
Ethan.
angry Chinese man when you say these?
Here's Wei, Jun, Hao, Min,
Oh,
Jun. My name is not a Kenji. Stereotypical names from pop culture.
boy.
This is from Chinese. Bruce, Jackie, Jet, Long, Chad is a
Chad?
stereotype subversion in some Asian American cycles, particularly online. And Kim. Okay.
They're all one syllable names. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, it's easier to say.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Come in Bartholomew in the Chinese dialect to be like, I'm not going to try.
do it.
No,
But it'd be
I'm only halfway there, dude. I can't figure that out.
low.
the thing is-
Alistair, yep. Henry,
Yeah.
these guys are into it. So going back to the name, so there's a restaurant that
Yes.
I really like, and I eat just meat and veggies, right? So
Yeah.
I go there and I picked it up, and it's
Which place is this? Or is this damage their reputation by telling
no,
this story?
it's good. Okay, and I'll just say it. So Shawarma Queen.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Oh
So
my god.
Queen,
Dude, we just get a pound of meat there.
right. So I go there and he's so welcome. He's like,
Yeah.
thank you very much for coming in and
Yeah.
enjoy the meat. Like he's got the accent. And
Hello, sir.
And here's the thing. Like, remember the Simpsons episode when they went to New York
yeah.
and he got the boot on the car and there was the holosh stand?
It's not as good as Shawarma Queen. Shawarma Queen's much better.
It is much better, but
Easy.
when I see him,
Yeah.
I think of the holosh guy. Like, get your fresh holosh. Oh, I'll take a
Okay.
bowl. No bowl. Stick. And Homer's like, hey, you got to take this disgusting taste in my mouth. We have Mountain Dew or crab juice. Ugh, give me the crab juice. But anyway, I go in there and I told Kelsey, I'm like, I love the fact that he's so welcoming. The food is always so good.
Yeah,
He's appreciative
always.
that you're there. I go, I really need you to introduce myself to him.
He might actually be watching this actually.
Well, here's
too.
the thing. I go, she goes, you mean Kyle? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, she already
off.
knows, eh?
I'm like, there's no way in hot hell that guy's name is Kyle. She goes, yeah, his
Yeah.
name is Kyle. They come to the clinic. I'm like,
How's your wife already know
how does my wife know what?
the name?
Because he comes to the clinic.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
She
Okay.
goes-
Yeah, okay.
She goes, you mean Kyle? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the last name on the planet I would have expected.
I was waiting for you to say this. She was sneaking behind your back and going there for years before you found out about it or something.
She might have been. But
Yeah.
I had to go again. Like I went the next day. I'm like, hey, just want to say I really love your restaurant. And hey, my name's Quentin. And he goes, Kyle. I'm like, really? Like, I no, like I expected it to be a very traditional name. Right.
Yes, very Persian or something like that. Or yeah.
Right. But he's a gem, man. If
Yeah,
nobody is eating
absolutely.
there, go there because I go there. I'm like, I don't know what I want. I just want to grab some whatever. He goes, And he has the lunch buffet. He's going to take as much as
Yep.
you want. Fill it. I'm like, that
Oh,
sounds like a challenge.
that guy's got a good business there. Like, oh
It's
my god, the food is just
I
oh
love the
god.
lamb, I love the beef, I
Yep.
love the chicken, and I can just fill that bucket with the beef,
Yep.
the tzatziki sauce that he makes himself,
Yep.
and
Have you tried
the
his
green beans.
spicy sauce? He's
He
got
has
a
a
hot
spicy
sauce that he
sauce?
makes. Yeah, he's got a hot sauce he makes there.
And does it punish you later?
Oh, it's so good. It's yes, it punishes you later, but it is worth it.
So, like, tomorrow, you're not gonna like yourself?
Oh, you'll love it. You'll be like, oh, it hurts. Oh, no.
It's just wiping your ass.
Oh, it hurts so
You have to
much.
dab it with a wet cloth because you don't have
Oh,
you just can't get yourself to wipe it?
you just might sit in the bathtub for a while. But the food is like amazing. The hot sauce isn't unreal. Okay, like it's not burn your face off. It is a good spice. It is a
It feels
good
good.
taste.
Haven't eaten there yet. You know what, Henry? Try it. If you haven't been, it's on Vic. It's delicious. Like, I always get the lamb gyro or gyro. How do you pronounce that?
Euro.
Is it
Yep.
gyro?
Euro. Yep. Euro.
So I'll get the lamb gyro, and I always get hot banana peppers on it and a bunch of veggies, and their tzatziki sauce that they make there is phenomenal.
Oh, it's
And
incredible. Yep.
it's Kyle. Say hi to Kyle because
Yep.
Kyle's Kyle, and
Go in and say that we told you to go because oh, it's so good. Like
yeah, the bald guy that filled his bucket full of meat said,
yeah.
"Eat here."
So like I'm not even kidding. My wife and I both go there like way too common, like too often, right? And she gets a pound of the souvlaki chicken, and I get a pound of the gyro meat, the lamb gyro, just with sauce and everything. And we sit there, we're just like just eating meat, just a pound of meat. It's gorgeous, man.
I think it's the most underrated restaurant we have in our city.
It's I have a lot of clients who will be talking about food, and I'll say, "Have you tried shawarma?" And they go, "Oh my god, I love that place." It's like the hidden little gem that everybody knows about, but it's like nobody's tell people about it because the place is
Yeah,
amazing.
she likes the hottest. I like the hottest sauce from Pepper Palace. Pepper Palace. I think I got it from. It was Tasha, was Pepper Palace the place in Winnipeg where you can buy hot sauces? Because I bought some hot pepper pickles. Are you there?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm still
okay.
here. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I got these ghost pepper pickles.
Oh, that'd be good.
Holy shit
Yes.
balls. They're phenomenal. But I
Yeah.
mean, I do like hot food. I like hot sauce. And I'll take a also in Edmonton. Yeah, they had one in the outlet store in Winnipeg, the outlet mall, Pepper
Really?
Palace. And you could buy,
Okay.
yeah, like you're gonna burn your eyes out there. But I get into a phase where I'm like Frank's hot for a while, and then it's let's go right to ghost pepper. And lots of people say like they'll do it on a dare, right? Would you
Yeah.
eat this? Yeah, I'll eat it. It's clearly edible. It's not going to kill you. I'm going to hate myself for a minute and sweat on every orifice like a lot.
Yep.
Why do we do it, Jay? Why do we eat that shit?
Because we are not intelligent people.
Well, no, like you again,
No,
let's go into
generally.
your beautiful mind. Why do we like to eat it? It hurts.
But it's also stimulation, and that's the whole sadistic side of
Try the
people,
food.
right?
Right.
Like everyone does dumb things. You get people who love popping pimples, man.
I could watch that all day long, dude.
See, there you go. There you go, right? And it's just what it is. For some reason, some people have that fascination with that bird, So would have you ever had like ghost pepper the scent?
Yeah, I've got a bottle of ghost pepper sauce in my fridge.
Okay. So have you had those ghost pepper chips?
The one chip challenge?
Yes.
I've got one sitting in the box that I haven't got myself to eat yet.
Really? I haven't gotten one of those, but I've had their like just the regular packy ghost peppers.
I'm sorry. What did you call it?
Packy. Paqui.
Oh, that's a brand name. Like, dude, you're
you
racist.
They're people.
Well, you
too,
can do it
man.
because you're one of the minorities of 80 billion of you.
You can't be like that, man.
Tasha brushes hot sauce all over her fried chicken. Holy Christ, she is
hardcore.
She's a tough one.
Okay, so if you want, I had fried chicken, like hot fried chicken, and they covered it in like just like a hot pepper dust, I guess, when they cooked it. Best stuff I'd ever had was in Austin, Texas. This little hole in the wall. It was popping busy, crazy busy, and the best fried chicken I'd ever had in my life.
Yes, you can, Tash, and I've got one downstairs. Maybe I'll do it next time.
Oh,
Oh, we should do that next time.
Just take a bite, just a nibble, right?
No, take it all the way down, shove it to the back of your throat, and enjoy it.
Was it one chip challenge?
Yeah,
Can you still get them?
I think it's Pequi.
Yeah,
I say
I
that
thought it was
because
Packy.
I'm
Pequi?
Caucasian. I can't say with the word the way you said it. I'm not allowed to say that
Pequi?
word that way.
Can you still get them?
You must be able to.
No, they're all done. They don't do them anymore.
Molly's boyfriend loves hot and spicy stuff. I think that there's an endorphin rush. Like I watched a documentary series on Netflix, and it was about these people that I'd have to find it. I have one. I don't know. I've had it for a while. I haven't had the nuts to try it. I will. But
here you go. It stimulates the endocrine system, releasing endorphins. So yeah, you're right.
people will punish themselves.
Yeah.
For a like they'll use pain to enjoy it. It's like
But we
your
go to the
BDSM
gym.
people like
So
go to the gym. There's people like to get punched in the face while they're having sex. Like there's some weird shit out there.
yeah,
However,
it's the old donkey punch, right?
oh,
So would you rather eat the one chip challenge or get a good old donkey punch, eh?
I'm open to a lot of stuff. Would you? Okay. Does Ange like hot food?
She's not a fan. No, she'll have some, but she's not really a huge fan.
Let's just say you ate the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
Would you dare kiss your wife immediately after? Like right as soon as you and like, hey honey, give me a kiss. Like, how much would she hate you if you
She would hate
jammed
me.
your tongue
She
down
would
her
hate
throat
me.
after eating
I would do the
challenge?
one chip challenge. I would try that one because like if you go try the Packy or Pequi,
Let's say it nice so
whatever
we don't get banned.
politically correct, go get some. Go and try some of those
Take care,
chips and see
Henry.
how they are. Like I'm one of those sick people that'll eat a bag of them. Like they're just so good.
So you just shit in the snowbank tomorrow or what?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's
Jesus
addicting
Christ.
because you're just like, oh, it's so good. I gotta eat one more, and then you just keep going.
It would be a very spicy kiss. You're right.
Depends where the kiss was too, right?
So that'd be a bad day.
You might be sleeping on the couch for the next couple weeks on that one.
We'll be riding a bike for a couple days. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Eesh, God. So,
but I mean,
a spicy meatball.
We put ourselves through this shit, and one, it's a dare most of the time. Two, for some strange reason, like I used to eat suicide wings on the regular, and I like them. And I'm sitting at a restaurant, sweating like a whore in church. And why?
Well, I mean,
like, I was
we
dumb
both
enough to
did
do this on a date.
We went. Are we going to do that again this summer? Go on the wing eating challenge again?
I'll do it.
I'm fine. I just got to do it. Like I got to get used to eating more food. So,
Tasha, I'm not a fan. Thing is, that wing challenge wasn't bad. It was.
I didn't find. Honestly, I'll be very honest. To me, I was like, this isn't that hot. But I was like, I'm so full. I'm slowing down.
Oh, come on. You ate 6
Dude,
wings.
like, I was like, look how small I was compared to you guys.
Yeah, that's true. And to be fair, we were up against a bunch of people that probably spoke a lot of Spanish.
Some of those guys, they were pretty freaking big. Like that one big guy, like,
but used to the heat too, right?
Probably.
So
I didn't find it wasn't too hot going down. It was a little spicy coming out, though.
She found Tasha's looking. I have pictures of the wing eating contest on my Facebook. You're going back some time. Look at you.
Wow. Stalker here.
Hey, that's cool. You know what? I think it'd be cool to have a stalker. Okay.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean, really, someone that's
she's got to be good looking and she's got to know the boundaries.
No. But seriously,
right?
Like, would it be cool? Like, besides the fact there's a chance they're gonna like kill you, but how like people talk about paparazzi, and you got people that are, oh my god, cutie XD. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know you're not a stalker, but how cool would it be to have one? Like a fan, like someone's like,
what was that? It was Wedding Crashers. Was it, who was the guy he got Amy Adams as the girlfriend or something, and she was a crazy clinging girl, right?
Oh, the stage 5 clinger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll find you.
And so, okay, would you take Amy Adams as a stalker? Would you rather?
I would take Will Ferrell as a stalker. Like, hey, if someone actually gives a shit about what I'm doing, phenomenal. Come on over.
Will Ferrell is like, oh, is he outside again? Come on in, buddy. I missed you.
XD is a face. Quentin got XD. I don't know. I was showing my daughter a pic of my kids because they're around. Oh, yeah, my kid. Yeah, I got 2 of them. They're clones. Thank Christ my daughter doesn't look like me. And your kids don't like we don't, thank God our daughters don't look like us.
What?
Not saying you're a handsome guy, but
No, they look at me.
I know. Like this would be a tragedy for a girl, or even thank God our son looks a little bit like Kelsey too, and it's not just this thing.
Well, I mean, how often do you see a redhead and a blonde 1/4 Chinese kid?
Never. Actually, you know
Right?
what? Have you thought about selling their DNA?
Oh, there's some genetics that really took over on that one. I was
There's
not the
something there.
dominant in some things there when it came to the hair color, that's for sure.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Yeah, like Nara, it's funny. Like Taylor, she's a sun baby. She'll just get nice and she'll go like almost an Asian skin color when she tans.
You know my ex. Oh my God, she Tasha, you're good. She go through my friends list.
Oh,
Is your ex a decent human being, or
of course.
actually
Why
didn't
would you
tell
be
me?
talking to them, right? So
Right. No, I don't. I have to. I really need to go through my Facebook friend list one of these days and be like, is there anybody that I don't really talk to?
so I cleaned out over 1,000 people a little while ago. Did I tell you that?
No, you did, and it's amazing how like I would say there's a core group of like 20
Yeah.
that you routinely send shitty memes to.
Yeah. Generally,
That's
yes.
about it. No, I don't talk to my ex. Do I talk to your ex? Don't say it on the show because I don't know if that's this isn't a show. This is just okay. He's not a decent man. Oh, great. Now I've got to
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Hey,
Now
Tash,
you really got to figure out who it is, eh?
DM me and tell me who it is, and I'll axe him out if he's unworthy of our friendship. Collectively, we're all
You're
in
not
this together.
worthy. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, stalker. I've stopped using all social media other than certain parts of it.
Good for you.
You know what? It'd be nice to take a detox from it.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
Would you rather lose your phone for a month or your social media for a month?
Social media easier.
Work
Yeah,
aside,
much
I
easier.
mean, I need my phone for work.
Yeah, nope. Don't need. I need my phone
You
because it
need your
does.
phone?
I actually use it way too much for work related stuff.
Oh, okay, no. You still have the ability to use it only for work. Okay. Landline. You're allowed to have a landline.
Oh, then work would actually get done.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. These things are the worst distractions that could have ever been created. They are the lethal weapon.
And the sad part about it is what we're doing right now is the empty shit that we watch on social media.
This is the epitome of time wasting. Right?
This is not entertainment. This is not scripted or planned or good. But
No,
thank
exactly.
Christ someone's here hanging out.
You know, I would actually argue that isn't the worst because this is okay. So this is just two people talking or whatever, and there's something to be said about just seeing simple human engagement and interactions. Okay.
Right.
Now, what I find to be the biggest procrastination time wasting in the world is the people who are deep diving into personal development but never actually use any of it. Okay.
You like people taking surveys, see if you're a potato, what kind of potato would you be?
That sort of thing, or people who are going to take another course, who are going to learn how to do something, and then they're not going to do it because it is a way for them to defer having to take action towards something in their life, right? So, do I have autism? Am I a potato? Or is it like, I want to learn about this because then I could make money on it or whatever, and then never do it. And we're all guilty about that sort of thing. We've all done that. I've got this great plan, great idea, I'm going to do it. And then it comes down to it's like, oh, it takes the work and it's hard.
Well, we want instant
that's not
gratification, and we live in 60-second time bumps. Hey,
Yep.
Molly, but with live streams, you get interaction with the humans.
Yes.
I never thought about that because as I was doing podcasting and it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy this more because it's a conversation and we have people that are hanging out. And let's see. Oh, who's your ex? I'm gonna find out who you're dating.
Is he bigger than a bread box?
Really?
Uh-oh.
No. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Wouldn't have guessed that in a billion years.
Oh, did you finish Squid Games?
First season, not
Finish the first season? Nice.
Wow, Tash. I would
I'll
have
be
never
up in a
guessed
bit.
that in a billion years. Squid Game. So is that Mama?
Nope, it isn't. It's my daughter. She's telling me what happened at the Squid Games and she's ruining it for me.
Let me guess. Someone got shot. Probably an Asian.
Somebody died.
These opposite brothers.
Get away. Get away. Get. God, don't have kids. Don't have kids.
I've got two. We decided we're going to
Jeez.
keep them last year. They're 9 and 11.
You should have just fattened them up and sold them.
I should reach out to people. You know what? Here's the thing. We did the TikTok thing, and it's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
We did and now we're doing YouTube, Facebook, and I'm on Twitch. Twitch seems to have more of a community.
Yeah.
Like, look at it. Like, the Twitch folk are engaged because they like live streams.
Just fattened them up and sold them. That's fair. I don't know what's happening on YouTube. I'm pulling it up right now and seeing if there's nobody online there on the YouTube one.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's a tough one. I think I'll just pick the streams better. But I do think that TikTok had great engagement and Twitch seems to be the kicker.
Yeah,
and I'm
really.
not like Twitch to me is for gamers.
Well, sometimes people are just on there playing their games and they're just on something else while they're doing it too.
Yeah, like one of these days, maybe someone's actually going to say, "Hey, I'm going to like follow this dude," and then I'll say, "Oh, that's where I'm going to stream the most."
Yep,
makes sense.
Yep.
But this is fun because people chit chat. No, what? Oh God, I lost my train of thought. Help me back on the rails.
I don't know.
Give me something interesting to talk about. Ask me a question. Ask me anything.
Would you rather?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good question. Would you rather eat the one chip challenge or do a tablespoon of hot sauce challenge?
I'll drink the hot sauce, bro.
Oh, would you do the cinnamon challenge?
That's almost impossible because I've tried it. It sucks.
Have you?
Yeah. You better not inhale because that shit gets in your lungs. It's burning for a long time. Because it's dry.
That's a bad time.
Like it's like a popcorn fart in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's the tough part about getting it down. Is just you don't have enough moisture to swallow it.
Okay, let's give you an easier one. Would you rather fight a single horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Oh, I take a horse-sized duck.
This is going into you think you could fight a bear then.
Like that'd be think of that. Think of how amazing you could ride that duck. You could fly.
Okay. Hang on. Let's switch from duck to goose. A Canada goose.
Those things are you could win a war with those things.
Those flying cobra chickens.
God, actually that'd be like a dragon, right? That would actually be pretty cool.
It would be cool, but the thing is it's a 100 of them, 100 cobra chickens. Have you ever been around a goose? Like
they're not nice. They're unpleasant.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Like they're the assholes of the sky and they will hit
damn straight. Yeah.
Personal Lover 77. Hey, how's it going? Personal Lover 77. That's a pretty provocative name. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but hey, thank you for joining.
Either or. So yes, yeah, there you go. There's never mind. I won't go with that one. So
okay, would you rather lose all of your memories or never be able to make new ones?
Oh, we're talking about that old movie Memento there, eh?
Ah, that's right.
Right?
Jesus is
like that was a good one.
So would you rather lose all of your memories or never be able to make new ones?
I would rather never be able to make new ones.
Yeah, the new ones suck when you get older.
Yep, they do. That's it. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear?
Sing. Have you seen me dance?
I haven't heard you sing either, though. So
I am whiter than bird shit. I got the rhythm of a box of marbles. Not good.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. Here's
You'd
an
rather
awful
not
one.
make new ones, right? You'd rather sing. Tash would rather sing. I would rather sing too, and I can't sing.
Would you rather be blindfolded or gagged?
Gagged.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing at the time?
You think you use imagination on that one, eh?
I'll take blindfolded. That gets into that. Okay, so
Who's in the room with me? Is this like what was that movie? In that Pulp Fiction, right?
Oh, bring out the gimp.
Yeah, the Gimp.
I don't think I'm that adventurous. However, let's just say there's a chance that things get stagnant or people. We talked about this with the girl that worked in the porn shop last time.
Yeah.
And blindfolded, I bet you would, Tash. At a girl. But when you have
that was quick.
That was quick.
No hesitation on that
quiet.
one.
But here's the thing: when you see these things and you see these shops, and this girl that was on, I can't remember her name, but she worked in that porn shop, and she was talking about. I said, "Man, there must be some crazy shit you sold." She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "The mechanics of this stuff seems odd." She goes, "Here's the thing: you get a couple that come in, the things have dry, they're not quite the same, and they want to spice it up, and they want to get into something really, maybe a little risque, or go to town. Like honestly, if you want to go nuts, as long as everybody's into it, go for it."
Yeah.
Like really, like there are limitations, I'm sure, but if it's with your wife or your partner, like as long as it's just the two of you,
Well, yeah, exactly. Without an audience, it's all good then, right?
right?
So,
So no, I think that there's things that people are into, and God bless them for being adventurous. It looks like you got something on the tip of your tongue, my friend.
let's see. Here's one. Would you rather work an overtime shift with your annoying boss or spend a full day with your mother-in-law? Answer carefully.
Ask me that question one more time.
Ask me another one, eh?
No. Would I rather
work an overtime shift with your annoying boss or spend a full day with your mother-in-law?
Boss, because I'm getting paid to be there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. There's a whole list of these things here.
Remember the Tyler Glenn show when he called my hubby at work for his birthday arrangement at the hotel? I do, Tash. Yeah, she watches Tyler's show. There's a couple here that are watching Tyler's show, and you know what? There's a guy that's knocking it out of the park with what he's doing in the morning. I got so much respect for that guy, and he's a good dude, and he puts it all out there. Okay, this is going to be a men's survival thing. Do you think if you had to face either a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion, because every guy thinks that he can survive a zombie apocalypse?
Yep, easily. Zombies are nothing. I got that.
Are they?
Yeah, easy.
Well, Canada.
Are we talking about the slow-moving ones or the fast-running ones?
Doesn't matter. They're dead. They're chasing you.
Okay, the slow ones, I can handle that because you just walk fast.
Okay.
The ones that run and scream at you, those ones are a little terrifying. They fall a lot more, though.
I would take the zombies as well because you think they're not very smart. Like, should they be able to open a door?
Well, you would think so. God, we'd be finished if they could figure that out, though, wouldn't we?
Yeah, like they're not smart.
No.
Like aliens should be smarter.
They should be smarter.
Okay, can you imagine we might have talked about this before, but every alien movie you see, they're incredibly intelligent and their technology is super advanced.
Yeah.
What if they landed here in some rickety old jalopy piece of shit spaceship?
100%. They're 100% the rednecks of the galaxy.
And they were dumb as toast, and they thought that we were, and they came here like, oh my God, you guys are hyper intelligent. Be like, holy shit, we're the best.
Dude,
this is it.
That'd be like us from living up in like Upper Manhattan or something, driving through a trailer park in Alabama just to check it out and see what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's literally the equivalent there. And being like, our car breaking down, and they're like, "You guys want some help?"
You got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, I believe that every man thinks, unless his name is Bryce.
Yeah.
Alistair. No, what was the really snotty one?
Quentin.
Yeah, Quentin. Some guy named Quentin.
So Alistair was a pretty good one. Bryce
believes that 1, they would survive a zombie apocalypse. 2, they could take a bear.
Yep.
Which I'm sorry, if I had to choose between a man and a bear, I'm going to settle this right now. I would choose the man.
Yeah, 100%.
It depends on the bear, but
And we're part of the problem. That's the thing. Yeah, if koala bear, of course, those things are vicious. Panda bears,
panda
koala
bears,
bears, those are
careful.
vicious little buggers.
Apparently, pandas are insanely vicious.
Yeah, they're nasty. Nobody likes them really.
Right, but they're
And
cute.
koalas, like they literally are like toxic creatures, right?
They're filthy. They scratch you. You're going to be infected.
Yeah, you'll
with a lot
die.
of things.
You're not going to go very far. So
Got us up for Herpalades.
yeah. So okay, then would you rather,
Okay.
if you had the last stand with
Mhm.
zombies, would you rather have like an assault rifle or a sword?
With a zombie?
Yeah, your last stand, a horde of zombies, sword or a machine gun, but limited ammunition.
How many shots do I have?
How much are in a standard American clip of an AR-15?
American 5,000.
Yeah,
Canadian
probably
3.
7. Yeah,
No, we have a
Canadian.
five round
We'll
magazine.
go Canadian then. So
Uh,
you have 20 rounds. You have 20 rounds against
okay,
a horde
20
of
rounds,
zombies.
one
Yeah,
zombie.
a horde.
Okay, if I've got more than 20 zombies, I need more than 20 shots.
Yeah, that's all you get. That's points. A sword or 20 shots.
I would take the. I'd take the. I would take the gun. I would take the assault rifle. Get as many as I can, and then use it as a beating stick afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So yourself, I'm guessing you would take the
Probably
katana.
sword. Yeah, because you cut legs off or something. What are you going to beat? They can't feel anything.
Knock their head off. Okay, if you had a how good are you with nunchucks?
Oh, terrible. My daughter's great.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so that I believe is the most useless weapon ever designed.
it pretty much is. It was a weapon of last defense, right?
Like I would hope, like the dude who's practicing nunchucks. I assume, I see mullet, something on blocks in the driveway,
Yeah,
and him doing it in the garage, listening
it's like
to
a Danny McBride sort of looking guy.
Danny McBride in
Yeah.
the garage, listening
Mom's
to
basement.
"Rock You Like a Hurricane."
Yeah.
While practicing nunchucks,
With the Bud Light on the side,
a Bud Light and a pack of cigarettes rolled up into his sleeve,
probably. Yeah.
and warning all the ladies, "Easy, you're gonna get pregnant just looking at me."
Yeah.
That's
Pack
the
of
that's the archetype.
cigarettes. Here's a funny thing.
Sure.
You know how hard it is to find a pack of cigarettes nowadays? Like, legitimately.
Like-
It actually is tough. So when we were in California, we had to dress up as summer of 1950. Okay. So my wife dressed up as the pink lady. So the pink, like from Greece.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
And
you
I
didn't go as
dressed
a
up-
Hiroshima victim, did you?
Oh, God. Oh, good. That'd be good.
Hey,
Yeah. I
Just
went as
burnt, like-
Danny, right? So
you were Danny?
yeah, so I had
Okay.
the pants and I had the shoes. What were the shoes? What are those shoes?
Like with a white top?
Yeah, the white tops shoes that the football shoes.
Like cleats?
No. Whatever. Anyway, they're high top runners basketball
like
shoes, right?
like Chuck Taylor's?
They're Chuck Taylors. Yes, that's
Right.
the word I was looking for. Chuck Taylors. So Chuck Taylors, tight jeans and leather jacket and a white shirt, right?
The 501
And-
nut splitters?
Yeah, pretty much. And I needed a pack of cigarettes to roll in my sleeve, right? And we're down in California and we're asking at the hotel, where can we get some cigarettes? And they're like, I'm probably at like a convenience store. Well, where's the closest one? It's about 10 minutes that way. I was like, are you serious? It's actually hard to get cigarettes?
Thing is, cigarettes, like there was a time when everybody smoked.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very common. I don't know. Did you ever smoke?
I bought one pack of smokes in my life, and basically I gave them away. I got them when I was working in a restaurant. I used to work at Boston Pizza, and my boss was really cool, but it was much easier to get an extra break if you were a smoker.
Right? No,
So I showed up with a pack of cigarettes.
well, and I mean, we smoked. It was uncommon not to smoke.
Yeah.
And it was dumb. Like I started smoking when I was like 12, and then I smoked until off and on until Kelsey got till she got pregnant, and then I like stopped and sold the truck because it smelled like cigarettes, and that was the end of that. But it was very common, and we would smoke. And why?
Yeah.
Like it's the stinkiest. That's disgusting, and we did it all the time.
I don't know.
And it's
At least the cigar has a decent smell or something.
you know what I liked?
Like I could appreciate a cigar.
I like pipe tobacco,
Pipe tobacco
smells
smells nice.
really
I
good.
will say pipe smells.
and
really
I don't even
nice.
think you get by.
And that's classic tobacco. Like that's good tobacco, not this dried up crap that's preserved.
It was good
and everything.
tobacco, and it smelled like rum, like it had some wine to it.
Yeah.
And my dad smoked a pipe for a bit, and it smelled phenomenal. But I don't even know if they sell pipes anymore. Actually, sorry, they do. Not the best, but still stopped. Cigs and vapes. You know
My
what?
favorite cologne that I buy actually has tobacco in it.
I've got a sweet tobacco like body spray that I sell in my barbershop, and it's actually quite nice.
Yeah. Really.
I used to smoke. Tash used to smoke. Molly, not the best, but she stopped. Her boyfriend stops cigarettes and vapes now. I'm trying to figure out which one's worse.
I'd rather smoke than do vape.
Really? Well, I
Yeah.
think with a cigarette,
least
you
you don't
end
look
the
like an
smoke,
idiot.
right? You have a smoke, you're done with the smoke.
There's nothing. Okay, I get it. With cigarettes, it was kind of cool. You got the cowboy look. You have the Rat Pack look. Just taking a drag of a cigarette. It had a certain look of cool. There's nothing more stupid than like.
It's like you're giving it's like you're giving a BJ to a hard drive.
To me, it's like, what is that? You smoked because you wanted to look cool. That doesn't even
The
look
only
cool.
reason that I wish that vaping never happened, and it's an excellent way to stop smoking, 100%. However, the high school kids that are vaping,
Yeah.
like you started by vaping. You never
Yeah.
had the cigarette. You never
Yeah.
smoked the cigarette.
You didn't have a problem.
You never had to
begin
nut
with.
up and actually fire to your face and suck in the smoke and hack and wheeze.
Yeah.
And then you had 25 of them until you bought another pack.
Yeah.
And I think that if kids tried cigarettes first, they wouldn't smoke.
Yeah.
It's a dirty habit, but
so this is like, you've got the money. You want to buy a classic Mustang. You go buy a classic Mustang, but you get, you get the 4-banger version, the 4-cylinder version.
the Mercury Capri.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're trying to look cool. Now you just look terrible.
I get it. Like I'm all for it if you're quitting smoking, you go to vape, and then you wean that down to no nicotine eventually, and just like the flavor. But when I remember the smokers corner? We had a smokers corner,
that was kind of
and we all smoked, and I was DeMaurier king size, and we smoked cigarettes, and there was something.
Those were the best tasting ones, better than the Players,
or
easily.
Export A Green.
Oh, Green Death!
That'll put some hair on your turds.
Oof, that was a whole lot of regret going to the bar those nights.
But
bumming smokes off people, and you get one of those.
But of all the cultures that still smoke quite a bit, China, lots of smokers.
A lot, very much so. Yeah, it is very, very trendy. It's popular as kind of a display.
My guess is they also have the cure for cancer there.
Well, you would never know. There's a lot of them,
dude. When you see, I used to smoke more Special 100s. Oh, were those the long ones? The 100s?
Oh, that's classy.
And you know what? Women that smoke the thins. Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah,
the longer cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, okay, back in the day when I was dating and working the bars, if I saw a girl smoking like Players filter, that was different than seeing someone smoke like a long cigarette or like more like it was
with the long, extra long filter and everything.
Right,
yeah.
Like there was something about that. I don't know why they like the long thin ones. I guess another inch.
It's more sophisticated.
Another inch really matters
fancier
sometimes.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yes,
So
the long.
it's
trendier. The long ones, she says.
That was the classic, like probably 30s and 40s look.
They used to have cigarette holders. Like women would have a cigarette. They'd put the thing into like a stick and they'd smoke it.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah. It was more fashionable.
There was something elegant about it. And you know what? I don't mind watching the classic movies where like the men were men, the women were women, and like the girl would have a cigarette.
That was
looked
it.
classy, right? There was something classy about it.
Yeah.
And we used to be better as people.
Yeah.
Guys, men would wear a suit, overcoat, button down shirt. Like you always wore, you dressed up, right? And women wore dresses and they dolled themselves up. And even at the bar, like there was a time when you actually you want to make sure you look like something when you went to the bar. Right now, it's pajamas at Walmart.
Yeah, pretty much. Even so, when I fly a fair bit, and the majority of times, like I have to fly in March, and I probably won't dress this way because it doesn't make sense. But I usually will wear a suit and tie when I fly.
Really?
Maybe not tie, but definitely wear a suit. Because I'd like to have that display of it's kind of the old age of that elegance.
Hey, let me
Just
be me.
looking a little good. So back then, people would when you flew, you dressed up. It was a big event.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was someone flying was actually nice.
So I still prefer to do that. I still prefer to wear a sports jacket and look pretty presentable on the plane. Like I won't when I go to March because I simply won't be wearing a suit there whatsoever. So I'm not going to take it if it's not necessary.
Molly says she likes her comfort. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate. I'm going to be very, very PG here for a second. I appreciate the fact that you like your comfort, and I think that everybody should be comfortable. But like I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy 90% of the time. But I'll tell you what, when I throw a suit on, there's a different aura that comes to a person.
Yeah.
You just feel a little better, you're sharper, you're crisper. And I think that
posture changes, everything changes.
It does. And I think when ladies wear a nice dress or there's just something, like I think we all feel a little different when we dress for an occasion, right?
Hold on here. No, women don't always like being comfortable. They wear thongs. There can't be any comfort in that.
There's that.
Like that can't be comfortable. I'm sorry.
The mechanics of that I don't understand.
If you want to be comfortable, you wear granny panties or something, right?
Briefs.
I'm assuming.
But the thing is, you be comfortable, and okay, like I would assume that a dress would be comfortable. It's like wearing a bathrobe. Like I don't wear a house coat.
It's kind of like it's like free flowing.
Yeah,
right.
It's one thing.
Stand over an air vent and it's nice and warm.
Nothing, like, could you imagine having to put one thing in your dress? Done. It's one item.
That'd be cool. We should get in some nightgowns.
We should get suits that are one piece.
So my girls loved nightgowns when they were young.
Yeah, Bo wears nightgown.
Okay. And the funny thing is, years ago, like when my girls were still really young, my son got me for Christmas a shirt from like a Big and Tall.
Like a night shirt?
Right? So it was like a double extra large Darth Vader shirt. So like it went past my knees, right? It was a t-shirt. It was almost a full shirt, right? So I was like, I'm putting it on. So I put it on and I came out wearing it. And the look at my girl's face, they just lit up. They're like, oh, Daddy's got a nightgown.
Oh, you're one of the girls.
Yeah, so they all ran and they got changed into nightgowns, and they were so excited that Dad was wearing.
But there was a time when guys wore what was called a night shirt, and it was a long, gown, like, and you wore like the hat
and everything.
It was the night before Christmas type shit. It's joggers, shorts, and tank tops for me and Crocs. I'm wearing Crocs right now, and I ordered a pair of Crocs, and they finally came in. Did I tell you that they destroyed my Crocs?
Yeah, I didn't think you could.
And I get it, it's comfortable, but I mean, it's like when, like maybe it's just me. Like I do enjoy putting a suit on. I like suiting up. Have women gotten away from that? Like they don't want to anymore? Like they just would rather not dress up?
I don't know.
Like,
good question.
I'm asking, right? Like, would you rather?
Girls, do you like to dress up?
Girls, you like to dress up? I'm sure you do. I'm good. Oh, come on. Everybody likes to look a little fancy.
Yeah, everyone likes to look good. Yeah.
And I don't, you know where my my flex is when it comes to dressing up? I only buy French cuff shirts because I like to wear. I like cufflinks.
Classic. Yeah, cufflinks are classy.
And the thing is, because I'm built like this, right? So I have a 50-inch chest, and then it goes down. I have to get a fat guy suit, tailored, lean, and
tailored down.
And French cuff shirts are generally darted. right
Yep.
out of the box.
Where do you buy French cups then?
Moore's.
Oh, okay. So
Tash
if you
is,
want, okay,
Tash is back on my face. Yes, it would have been awesome if I would have won that game show. I did not.
yeah, nice.
But
If you want, so what you got to do is you got to go get like a Harry Rosen and get a really well done shirt there, and you'll be like, oh, what the heck have I been missing?
you know, you
You
gotta
know?
treat yourself. I only drive for yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Tash and Molly. Like just the odd time, it's just kind of it's like a different version of yourself that comes out for the night, and it's kind of cool. And there's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with it. Like I'm not saying that this is
you have
me
to do it or anything, but
99% of the time, but every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I think there's something to be said, and I wish that we as guys still did that.
well, you can.
You're not wrong.
It creates a big trend again.
Well,
But hey, I gotta run, man. I gotta get out and get that kid to bed.
all right, mine are probably passed out by now, but hey, it was good. We talked.
You keep chatting
keep
to your
chatting.
audience, and
I
I'll
wish I
head
could
out.
get somebody just
Yeah.
on here to hang out with me, but we'll.
Yeah, because you're gonna be here all
I'm not gonna
night.
be here all night.
We'll chat again.
I gotta go finish this drink and put my clones to bed too.
Yep.
But I wonder if I could do that. Ooh, can I invite somebody? Let's see, Tash. Ooh, I'd have to go straight to Twitch to do
Okay.
that. Anyway, take her easy, Jay. Good having you. And now that he's gone, we can talk about whatever we want. Tash, I agree. You know what? Here's the thing. The game show was a weird thing because I do a lot of social media stuff, a lot of TikTok stuff, and someone actually reached out to me through TikTok. It was a casting director and asked me if I wanted to be on this game show. And then I ended up saying yes, and I went. And there's like so much testing before you get there. There's an interview process, and they ask you a bunch of random questions about trivia. And I obviously made it on there, and it was fun. Like I got to be on a game show. I got to knock that off. Yeah, that's how I ended up there. Somebody reached out on TikTok and said, "Hey, we'd love you to be the Gen X." I think it's somewhere you can find it on CTV. I forget which episode it was, but it's out there. It was Battle of Generations, and it was cool. But she reached out on TikTok and said, "Hey, we need a Gen Xer for our show. Would you be willing to come on?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't I?" At the end of the day, they were super nice, and if it's really cool seeing me on TV, you should watch some of the movies I was in because that's also kind of fun. And you get to see me be a really big mean bad guy, and I'm really not a big mean bad guy. But if anybody if someone offers you an opportunity to, you watch the show or you watch the movies. Wait, what? Molly's trying to figure out what's going on. Ask a question and I'll tell you because I do a little bit. I'm the guy. I'm usually a big mean guy with a gun in whatever I'm in because you've been in movies. Yes, Molly, I've been in a few movies, and I did a CTV series too. It's crazy. I did the first thing I did was Nobody, which was with Bob Odenkirk, and that was super fun. Then I did a movie called Psycho Killer, which we filmed in and around here and in Winnipeg. And I just did Nobody 2 in the spring. So I'm in that one too. And if you saw Nobody, then I was in there for a bit. And I did, there's a show called Spencer Sisters. Did Molly or Tash, did you ever watch Spencer Sisters on CTV? It's, you could probably still find it. It was the season finale of the first season. I don't know if it got picked up for a second season, but I'm like in it like a lot. Never seen it. You ever saw Nobody? It was a fun movie, but it's fun. And it's there's opportunities for everybody. And I've talked to Psycho Killer. It hasn't come out yet. It's coming out and it's still in post-production. Like they're wrapping that up and it should be out, I'm hoping soon. But yeah, it's opportunities. There's a lot of people around here. Then there are casting agencies around here. If you have kids that are interested in getting into it, if you're interested in getting into it, Carrie Casting is great out of Winnipeg. You saw me in what? In Spencer Sisters? No. Did you watch that? I don't think I even watched it. And I really should, because I know that I actually got to like rifle through some stuff and throw some stuff around, and I got to work with Leah Thompson. She was super cool. But no, there's opportunities for everybody. I think that when you're either through social media or just if you're interested, Tyler mentioned. Oh, that's right. Um, it's cool. Like you could be doing stuff, and you could be doing stuff in Winnipeg. They do probably half a dozen Hallmark movies at a time in the city, and they're always looking for people just to be person at the bar or whatever. But I actually do what's called special skills because I'm weapons trained, so I've done that and some stunt driving, and I have a pretty boring life otherwise, though. And then I come on here and I blab shit about whatever we feel like talking about on Friday nights. But yeah, it's when you get into things that are happening around here and the opportunities that are there for people, I think that we don't grab it. And if you have a chance, take it, because when else would it happen? I mean, I'm 48 years old and I got to do some pretty cool stuff that my kids think is cool. And that's why I do it. I do it because my kids think it's pretty neat that I get to do stuff. And we're going to see. It was cool listening to you. You know what? I'm glad we're testing this out. We do it on TikTok and we thought we'd bang it out on here. I do think that Twitter or Twitch is kind of the way to do it. And it's cool to see you guys here. I mean, we know each other through Tyler's show, and he's killing it. And I love what he does. And I think that it's really cool that people are coming out here and just shooting it with us. My thing is way different than what he does. He's got a clean, perfect morning show. We talk about everything from, well, you heard it, would you rathers and nonsense, which is fun. But hey, guys, Twitch, I think I'm being a convert here. I was gonna say I was looking for someone to watch tonight, and it was like, yo, you know what? I'm glad, and we're gonna try and do this every Friday night. It's fun, and I think I might be converting to Twitch a little bit more because I do like the TikTok studio the best, but I'm multi-streaming to see what I like most. And you might have had me on Twitch here. Like, it's cool because the engagement is way, way better. Did you watch it last week? Oh, I was on TikTok, but we get into this. We had a girl who joined us on the TikTok studio, and she worked at a porn store, and there were some really, really cool stories. And I had some questions. Like, my biggest question was, because there was a time when you rented these things, and I was like, tell me that did they disinfect those discs? She goes, every single time. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff. But no, I'm glad you guys came out, and thanks for hanging out. And we're gonna be back next Friday with some other crazy crap to talk about, and hopefully you want to hang out with us. So thank you. Enjoy your night, enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back on Friday. See you, Molly. See you, Tash. And we do it at 8:00. So I don't know if you've got me on Facebook, but find me there. And I announce it there all the time. And Jayon and I get into it. So 8:00 on Friday nights, when we think nobody's actually watching and we can just talk, and sometimes it works. You two guys, cheers. Enjoy your weekend. Stay warm. Later.